You don't own your Facebook following, you don't own your Instagram followers, but you own your email list. One of those big goals is getting those people off of those platforms and onto your email where you have that level of control. Now, I want to talk a little bit because you talked about the intrinsic sense of value that you need to provide in those emails. Is there a balance that you have between how much value you send out in those emails and the ones that you're actually selling or promoting yourself?
Yeah, we typically, at least for us, and I won't speak on what anyone else's right value would be, but we typically will send out content every day of the week and offer on weekends to just our freemium list to try to get them to subscribe to us, and maybe once a month, in some situations twice a month, to our members with an offer to somebody else. Our lifetime list, it's almost every weekend that we're sending them an offer to another site or to one of our partner sites, because again, they can't leave us. So they've already given us their money. If they want to leave, whatever, they've paid $99 to be a part of Life, or $199. So I feel more confident sending them that email to other platforms.
Now, one thing to keep, I guess one question, it's probably on a lot of people's minds, it's on mine, is how to avoid unsubscribes. Now, obviously that has to do probably with a lot of those clickbaity subject lines, things like that. But there are a couple tips that you could lend to trying to avoid getting people from unsubscribing from your mails.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it goes back to what you're sending them. And I talked about our onboarding process. That's the first email that a freemium member, other than the confirmation that they paid, if they've paid, but that's the first email they're going to get from us. Either, hey, you're freemium, here's all the stuff you get as a freemium member, but here's all the great stuff you could get as a premium member. And for a premium member, thank you so much for signing up. You might be an expert at our site already, but if you're not, here's all the different things on our site. Here's how to use our search functionality. Here's how to see the top celebrities today. Here's how to see our playlist. Here's all our great promotions. You're showing great value to your customers. And as long as you start to establish that, hey, the emails I'm sending you are of high value, you're going to avoid those unsubscribes as much as you can. People are going to unsubscribe. It happens. But the more value you can show and the more you can condition your users that your emails are good, the better.
I think it's also instilling a certain level of FOMO as well, right?
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
don't want to miss out on those opportunities. We had a question in the chat from Justine, actually a comment. She said, asking questions is always good, but I also got a huge response when I accidentally put in the wrong year in an email. I guess that alludes to the question. And how much testing do you do when you send out those emails?
Constantly. I think we are constantly split testing. When we go into a certain month, there's certain things that we're testing. It can be as small as like color hues. So we did a test a month or two ago where we would send half a mailer out to a list that was just the image, no color correction at all. And then we would send out a mailer that, we put like kind of a hue over it where we were hoping to entice people to click. Like that image isn't perfect, so they want to click to see what we're actually offering. And it's tests like that are huge. And it also, again, can help you with the way that you're marketing with your affiliates or you're marketing with other partners that, hey, I know that this type of layout, this type of image, whether it has a hue or doesn't have a hue, whether it lands on this page or lands on a different tour, converts better. And so the more that you can test, and again, most email platforms have great ways to split test, to A/B test, to ABC test, to whatever. That's awesome. And the more that you can tie that in with your affiliate program and Google Analytics to take even more data out of it, the better off you're going to be.
What's the best CRM to manage data, segments, and customer info in your opinion?
So we use SendGrid. It's a slightly more expensive setup. And obviously because we're emailing so much, it fits a lot of the needs that we actually have. But I know there are great resources out there like Why Not Mail and others that, are perfect for this type of thing.
Tips to get people to sign up to what I want to be my main mailing list. I only put it up once a month.
That's fine. I think there's really great ways to drive people to your emailing list. Offering something to somebody and saying, hey, anybody who signs up for my email is going to get this exclusive piece of content. And maybe that's an image or a video that you use and you just use that for email. That's a great way to entice people in.